Notice with video and now stream like a boss. And I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes to talk a little bit about the webinar that some of you may be seeing me promote. But specifically, I was struggling with the way to title this little HAPS TV episode. I'm just doing a really short, brief overview. How I chose the incredibly whack name I gave my first business and why it mattered. That's the title of our little quick show today. So here's the reason why I actually came up with this title. First of all, Mike Wayne, the incredible sound audio or social audio master, amongst other things, he asked a question. He put a question out into the Facebook sphere and probably on Twitter and other spaces as well. But I saw it on Facebook asking what was like your really whack or your really crazy first business name. And it brought up some memories for me. And it really made me kind of think that if I share a little bit of this story, it may be helpful for other people. So, the primary reason why I wanted to speak today, besides the fact that I'm trying to get a little bit more practice using HAPS and to get familiar with the dashboard, I wanted to share something that may be useful and may be helpful to some of you who are struggling with how to really do online marketing. You're struggling with your branding, you're struggling with getting yourself visible, right? And especially struggling with getting on camera and on video. There are a number of different reasons that we always talk about in my group coaching program, as well as just out and about, as to why, reasons why you may have a lack of confidence. But I want to talk today a little bit about some things that really kind of help me, if you will. Okay, so we'll do that. And what I'm doing is I'm also kind of watching the dashboard. So if you're inside of HAPS, then you can definitely comment and I'll be able to see those comments and I'll wave back. If you are on any of my other platforms, which I'm also broadcasting, multicasting on several different platforms, all my spaces, because I thought this didn't need to just be restricted to one group or one place, but to all of my community who may be able to use this little sound bite. My first business name was Be Intention. And I know some of you are like, what? Huh? um, and honestly, I have had a number of iterations of the name for my business over the years. Literally, I've had probably 12, maybe even 15 different domain changes and name changes. Besides starting off with Tanya Smith Online, because I was really fighting to take control of my name since it's so common and all these other people were showing up whenever someone would type that in. I also was struggling with business identity. So when I say how I chose the incredibly whack name I gave my first business and why it mattered, I think giving you this insight will tell you why I'm in the business that I'm in today. Because here's what I believe. I believe that your experiences, everything that's led you to this spot where you are in this moment, it was intentional. It was something that happened to maybe test you, maybe refine you, and maybe create the woman or the man that you are today. Okay. So I don't believe in coincidences. I really truly do believe that everything that happens to you, every experience, every trial, everything that is bad, everything that is good, it's leading you to the moment where you are right now. So if you ever wonder, do I belong or should I be here? Please know, if you just take a minute to look back and to breathe a little bit and to study some of the life experiences that you've had up to now, there's probably some purpose and some reason that you'll see behind that, right? So thank you. Thank you. Phoenicia said, I agree. Yes, ma'am. There's just so many moments. And the reason why I really truly believe this, I believe in this wholeheartedly, is because there are a lot of times where I could have said, well, why? Why me? And there are times that I actually said that. I asked that question. And later on in life, I made an acknowledgement. Okay, that's what this was, right? But you have to give those moments a chance to stew and to process, and you have to give yourself time to experience and to mature based on whatever's happening to you at that time so that you can really appreciate the moments later on, right? Okay, so here's the thing. So Be Intention was the name. Now, why is this whack? It's whack because what the heck does that even mean? Does anybody know what Be Intention means? Be intentional, right? Be on purpose. Um, have some intentionality. There's all kinds of things I guess you could probably assume from that. But honestly, the reason why I chose this name is because I was reading this book and I still have this book today. I'm going to show you. It was by Dr. Wayne Dyer, who I was and still am a big fan of. The Power of Intention. It's probably got a lot of light on it there, but you can see it. The Power of Intention. It was one of the first books that really kind of made a difference and an impact on me personally. There were other books too. So in the comments, if you read a book that really you found out now that that was something that was like a page turner for you, it was a way or a moment that changed your life from reading that book, I want you to type the name of the book. And if you know the author, type that into the comments. For me, reading this book was huge. It was transformational. I read this book and I also read at the time, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. I read there were so many other ones, but those two were huge. Those two were like they made a big impact on me mentally. They helped me to mature. They kind of began the path of purpose for me and they led to where I am now. And I literally read these books years ago. As a matter of fact, let me see when this was actually published. I might have to put my reading glasses on. So y'all are going to see me in my auntie mode right now, which is fine. Let's put the glasses on because I want to see. So this was copyright 2004. It was available in August of 2004. So that definitely sometime around, I don't know, 2007-ish is probably when I read this book. And the thing that really changed my life, there were several pieces in the book, but one passage I really want to kind of read to you and I want to share with you because I feel like even though it was impactful to me back then, it is still impactful to me today, and it may impact you and change your life and your business direction. Like it totally moved me in a different direction. I adopted the name Be Intention because I was so enamored with what I was learning in this book that I thought, wow, well, my business, if I'm going to coach and teach other people, to transform their lives and to be on purpose with what they do, then I have to somehow adopt this book into my business name. There was no other real reason. And before I go into the passage, I just want to talk a little bit for a few seconds about the power of a name in your business and how you really do need to be intentional about your name. I think that as a new entrepreneur, someone who's just starting out, sometimes it's fun to come up with really fancy, names because, hey, it's just your creativity and all of that other stuff. But you really want to think about a name that not only suits you and tickles you and makes you feel like, oh, this is great. You want to think about a name that's truly going to speak to your business and what it does. I found myself having to explain many times whenever somebody would ask me, what's your business about? I could see the confusion in their face. When you see that, and if you see that, that's a sign, right? That maybe you need to tweak it and think about it before you start investing in all the, the monetary input into putting that name on everything. You want to make sure it's a name that people understand. They can directly connect it to you and your brand. They can directly connect it to what the outcome is for them. What does your name mean in terms of a solution? The easier you can make it for people to really identify themselves in the solutions you provide, the less chasing you will do, online and off. Trust me. So Be Intention was not a good name. It was a horrible name, but it was a name that was born out of the work that I was doing personally to transform myself from being who I was into who I was becoming. So if that is something that's happening for you, kudos to you in this moment. If you've chosen a name that really reflects where you are right now, again, kudos to you and encouragement to you. But definitely be thinking about how can I ensure that the name of my business and the way that I display my brand tells people what I'm going to do for them. It gives them some understanding as to the outcome that they receive when they work with me. Okay. So that's the reason why right now we're at Get Noticed with Video, and Stream Like a Boss are is becoming quickly becoming the platform for a lot of the media that I deliver. There's so many different reasons why, but when people hear those names, those titles, they instantly are like, yeah, I want to get noticed with video. Yeah, I want to learn how to stream like a boss. But be intention, nobody knew what the heck that meant. So it was a whack name for that reason. So let's go ahead and I'm going to kind of read through a couple of the things that I want to share with you. So there's a particular passage that talks about raising your energy level. Raising your energy level. I'm going to just read through this and then I promise I'm going to wrap, but I just wanted to share this because look, tomorrow we'll be on our full live. We're going to be on our regular weekly streaming schedule. We're on every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where I do my training. So I'll be doing that for sure. But today I just wanted to pop in. I wanted to leverage HAPS a little bit. And I think I really want to use HAPS for this type of mindset building as it relates to video, but also as it relates to just marketing your business in general. So back to Auntie phase. Here we go. So raising your energy level. Here's what Dr. Wayne Dyer says. He says, every thought you have has an energy that will either strengthen or weaken you. It's obviously a good idea to eliminate the thoughts that weaken you, since these thoughts are obstacles to creating a winning match with the universal supreme source of intention. He says, take a moment to ponder the meaning behind Anthony DeMello's observation in 1 Minute Wisdom. Why is everyone here so happy except me? Because they've learned to see goodness and beauty everywhere, said the master. Why don't I see goodness and beauty everywhere? Because you cannot see outside of you what you fail to see inside. So I want you to really kind of think about that. If you're failing to see yourself as someone who is powerful, who is strong, who is confident, who is prepared and ready to deliver, if you can't see that inside of you, you're not going to see it outside of you. I really do think this is a struggle for many people. We were talking about trolls a couple of weeks ago and difficult people. Maybe it was last week. I think that there are a lot of people who are truly hurting and they are failing themselves because they don't understand that this is important, that knowing who you are inside, it gets reflected in the way that you treat other people and the way in which you do things, the actions that you take. So here's a couple of other little pieces that I want to share with you. And then I'm going to encourage you, if you like these passages, to definitely scoop the book up because it's available. It's been out there for a long time. So he talks about raising your energy level, like I mentioned, but he goes into something called a mini program for raising your energy vibrations. He says, here's a short list of suggestions for moving your energy field to a higher, faster vibration. Become conscious of your thoughts. And I'm just going to paraphrase, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but become conscious of your thoughts because every thought you have impacts you. By shifting in the middle of a weakening thought to one that strengthens, you raise your energy vibration and strengthen yourself and the immediate energy field. So, what's around you? So, this is important, especially when you're thinking about video and anything else for that matter. When you want to become more confident, and we've talked about this. In fact, tonight is our group coaching event. So, I love my group. One of the very first things that we tackled was confidence on camera. And we talked a lot about shifting when it comes to telling yourself that you're not good enough, that for some reason, you're lacking and you shouldn't be on camera. And you should just do audio because audio is easier. Well, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true for some of you. But for some of us, It is true that we should be on camera. It is true that we should deliver our message and our value through video, through visual imagery, and we should give the people on the other side everything that we have. And they give it back in return, right? And if that is you, if you're struggling because you think, hey, I should be on video, but I'm struggling with this, changing your mentality and changing the way that you think and becoming more conscious and aware of the things that are blocking you is going to be very key. So there are several other things. I'll just scan through a couple of them real quick here. He talks about making meditation a regular practice in your life, becoming conscious of the foods you eat, retreating from low energy substances, even the energy level of the music you listen to. There's so many things here, right? So many tips in here. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because this is really the foundation and the basis of what I'm going to be talking about in the webinar that we're going to hold on July 19th. So this webinar, July 19th, is a kickoff. And what we're going to be kicking off is our new Stream Bosses Academy. The reason why I'm starting with the mindset, the reason why I want to talk about how to tap into your divine purpose and do more video, that's the title of the webinar, is because I believe that everything starts with how you think. And that includes any type of marketing, not just video. So if I'm going to be teaching and I'm going to be coaching and I'm going to be working with people in this space, this new space that we're creating for our Stream Bosses Academy, then the important thing to me is to make sure that you're equipped and empowered with the tools to help you to be successful, not just to throw some, here's some technical tips on how you do video. I can do that all day long, by the way, but it won't matter if you haven't changed your mental. So I just wanted to chat with you for a few minutes and check in. I can't see everybody's comments, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I know that there are some. So I'm going to circle back. Before I start my group coaching call for tonight, I'll circle back and see what I can see. For those of you who watched and you found something, a nugget that you can take away, if you will, then thank you for watching, and I'm glad that it helped you. For those of you who are watching the replay, again, glad you made it here because I don't believe in coincidences. However, I can support you with your video marketing strategies and with moving past the roadblocks that hold you back from using this tool, this amazing, incredible tool that literally is everywhere now. It's on every social platform you find video. If I can help you to remove those obstacles and get past that fear, then I want you to stay connected. Stay connected. Let me do one thing. I'm going to test this because I haven't done it before, but this will be my first time. So if I mess it up, you just charge it to my heart, not my head. But here's my webinar link. So let me put webinar for July 19th. My keyboard is a mechanical keyboard. So if it's super loud, that is why. I do love it though. It helps soothe me for some reason. So I'm typing this in here. So it's tanya.video/divine purpose. I want you to get signed up and definitely come hang out with us. Let's see. I think I can push that out there. There we go. Or is it coming? I don't know. Push to program. Ta-da! I think I made it work. So it's at the very top, the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And if you're looking at this later on, I'll probably go into the description and make sure I add the link there for you or add it to the comments wherever you're watching from. All right, everybody. I just wanted to be on here for 20 minutes or so and to check in with you and to talk about this whole thing about names and the importance of names and how it may definitely indeed be a reflection of what's going on with you in the moment, but you also have to look at as you grow and mature, how am I making an impact and sharing with people what it is I do? How am I letting them know the connection between my name and my brand and what outcome I can deliver through my services and programs and products? And then I also just wanted to share with you some of the nuggets, like I said, from this book. So The Power of Intention was the name of the book, one of the books that changed my life. And if you have a book that's changed your life, put that in the comments, if you will. I want to scan through and maybe we'll try to put together a library inside of our community, our Stream Like a Boss community. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening, and I will be on tomorrow, Thursday, at our normal time at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be not repurposing. We'll be going live on Restream tomorrow. So not on Haps, but on Restream. So you can find us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. So all the major social platforms, you'll see us there. Join in and get connected, and let's chat and engage through video. All right, take care.